Dear friends, welcome to Tech Nursery. In this video, I am going to explain an error which is related to nextjs application. I am building a nextjs application. While working on my source code, I found an error. I will share it with you. Maybe it will help you also. Before sharing the error and its solution, I have a request. Please consider to subscribe my channel because by subscribing you are actually encouraging me to create more videos like this which may help you or others in the future. Now let us get into the problem and its solution. I have already opened my nextjs application source code on VS Code. I have opened my terminal also. Let me save the file first. After fast refresh, I got some error on my terminal. Let us read that error. Let me scroll up. You are importing a component that needs useEffect. Yes, we have used useEffect hook from React library and I used that useEffect hook in order to console a message. Hello subscribers, thank you. It only works in a client component. That means useEffect hook is a React library hook. It works only on client side component. Please remember that we are developing a nextjs application. In nextjs application, we have client side component and server side component. But useEffect hook works only on client side component. But none of its parents are marked with use client. So they are server components by default. So problem here is this home component or any of its parent component doesn't marked as a client side component. So by default, nextjs will take this home component as a server side component. But in server side component, we cannot use this useEffect. That is the problem here. In this case, the solution is we have to explicitly specify that this home component is a client side component. Instead of server side component, we have to explicitly specify that this home component is a client side component by placing this line of code. Double quotes, use space client, closing double quotes. Let me save it. Now let us check. There is no error. Compiled in 479 ms successfully. If we go to our browser, there is no error. Let me remove this use client and save it. Let us check browser. There is error. Failed to compile. Build error. You are importing a component that needs useEffect. It only works in a client component, but none of its parents are marked with the use client, so they are server components by default. But by placing use client at the top of this home component, we can tell the nextjs that this home component is a client side component because we have used useEffect hook inside this home component. We are not allowed to use useEffect hook in server side component. If it's helpful for you, please consider to subscribe my channel. Thank you again.